of work was invented to actually for email spam years and years ago before Bitcoin by Adam Back, and the idea was basically integrated into the Bitcoin blockchain model for using for having a distributed, decentralized consensus mechanism. In English, that means how do we determine whether transactions are valid and which transactions to insert into the blockchain. And it uses this idea of mining for proof of work. All right. And miners are basically playing a game against each other where they try to solve this puzzle, which gets harder and harder the more computers and more CPUs are trying to solve the puzzle. Which is why the energy consumption for proof of work goes up and up and up over time, and why the hardware expense can go up over time, because the more people that are playing the game, the more they want to have an advantage by having more powerful hardware and obviously using more energy. Now, proof of stake, in theory, is a much more scalable solution for consensus because it uses much less energy and is also based upon a much smaller concentrated group of effectively computers. And it uses a deterministic selection process to basically decide who is going to validate a transaction at any given time. So basically you stake crypto, in this case Ethereum, into a validator, and the validator can then be chosen to publish the next block, and which is more or less what the miner does once they're chosen by winning the current round in the game. And as a result, the initial investment is not so much in hardware or the ongoing investment is also not so much energy as it is the investment in the stake itself. And at that point, your incentive, and let me just show you here what I think some of the differences are on the incentive front. But the incentive for proof of stake is basically to have the value of the staked crypto to increase. Stakers want upgrades to the network that help grow the value of their Ethereum or other coins that may use a proof of stake model. So they have incentives to hold their coin reward, to earn more stake reward, yes, but also to drive up the value via upgrades to the capabilities of the network and scalability of the network. Okay, and there, as I said, stakeholders are rewarded by being chosen based upon the size of their stake, which gives them a mathematically higher chance of being chosen to validate a current transaction. Okay, so whereas miners, on the other hand, their incentive is to sell the coin reward to buy more hardware in order to keep growing and earn more Bitcoin over time and drive up the value of the Bitcoin that they have. And they simply want to continue to earn more mining rewards and transaction fees over time. And so the incentives are somewhat aligned, slightly different for proof of work, proof of stake. Both want the value of the underlying coins to go up, but they see that underlying value happening via different mechanisms.